Hi. So my video today now is regarding vision and purpose. So my purpose here is to serve at least 1 million people in some way, to be of service to 1 million people. I have something to offer. I am awake. I do have some experience here on the planet. I have beaten every addiction. And I wouldn't spend a lot of time talking to you about that. I would steer you clear of the things you don't want and have you instead focus on those things which you do want. My intention, my vision had to be bigger than anything else going on the outside. It's a inside purpose-driven vision, large enough to inspire me to follow through every day, for it's not for me. So if there's anything that you need, put it in the comments. Ask me. If I don't know the answer, I'll find someone who does. Infinite intelligence has them all. That will always be my first go-to. So we are powerful creators, creating with every thought that we think, every word that we speak, and every deed that we do. You attract what you are, not what you want, not what you desire, what you're vibrating at. The frequency and vibration that you are emitting is what you will receive. The thoughts that you are thinking, be they negative or positive. So if you want to lose weight or you want more money, you may think you're thinking about the solution when in reality you're giving energy, building upon, creating momentum around the side of the topic that you don't want. So for every negative thought you have about the thing, law of attraction will send you another one. So while you're trying to what you think is come into solutions for your problem, law of attraction is going to keep sending you whatever it is you're thinking. So you have to think the opposite of what it is. So you have to be thinking, I am healthy, I look the best I've ever looked, I am losing weight exponentially every day. Every day I vibrate higher. Every day I am more positive and more sure that I'm going to lose weight like I've never lost before. And you have to, so create your own affirmations around it, but you have to believe them. And you have to marry your mind and your thoughts and your words with your heart. You have to feel it. You have to emotionally get behind it. That, married together, is what's going to fill your field. Whatever it is that you're emanating your heart and your mind together with, that's what's filling your field. That's what is being sent out ahead of you. And that is the boomerang that you're going to get. You're going to get what you are. So, the key, the trick, the law-bound reality is that we've been manifesting all wrong, and that this is what you have to do. You have to, despite what is, whether it's weight or lack of money or lack of love or whatever it is, you know what it is. You have to look away from the isness of it to the feeling of that desire, as Neville Goddard would say, to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So you have to see yourself thin, muscular, at your best health ever. You have to see yourself in your mind's eye, through your eyes, not looking at yourself. So if you have trouble doing that, someone suggested remember a time when you were looking out a window, like in a bus or a train or an airplane, watching the stuff go by. You have to be able to place yourself from the mind's eye, from your eyes. And you need to feel as if it was already done. That's the frequency that you need to send off for the universe to respond in manifestation of the actual desire. You have to feel as though you've already got it. I know. Who knew? But that's what it is. You must think about it. You have to vibrate at the same frequency. At the same frequency as your desire, not the frequency of the lack of it. Make sense? It makes sense, right? Why weren't we taught this? Because if we all knew this, we would all be the powerful creators that we are. We would have been our whole life. And the powers that be that have been that are controlling the masses now, through television, through mass media, through negative programming and fear and pandemics and awful news all day long about who's getting killed and who's dying and who's not. Oh my God, it's just endless drivel. It's drivel. Most of it is lies, and it's paid for. The internet was created for us, by people like us. Steve Jobs, it was for us, so that we could communicate the truth, so that you had somewhere to go get the truth. Doesn't it make sense, people? Doesn't it make so much sense? You have a choice. You can choose the negative news media and all the hate and lies and deceit, or you can choose something else. You don't have to go to YouTube if you don't believe in any Americans or anybody. If you don't believe that anybody but the mainstream news media is telling the truth, then don't go to YouTube. Go inside. Still turn off the television. Go inside. Seek your creator. Seek the source of who you are. Seek your higher power. Seek your God. And get the answers straight. Don't let anyone get in the middle of it. Not me, not anyone. You certainly don't have to believe me, but don't just throw away the message. Do the research for yourself. Don't care enough to do the research, that's just plain lazy. And that makes you ignorant. Just believing the lies that you've been told your whole life. Let me just tell you, you have been lied to your whole life about just about everything. Just about anything, any sort of governmental anything. Education, medicine, science, NASA, oh my God, the list goes on about the lies that you've been told, that I've been told, that we've all been told. And why? Why would that be? Why? It's such a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy, it's the truth. Why would this be done? Because we are powerful creators. And if you knew the truth, and if you knew who you were, and you knew that you create your life and have been creating your life with every thought you think, and that's why the negative news media, it keeps you in fear, and you will never manifest anything but fear-based realities, as long as you're on the frequency of the news. And you are on the frequency of whatever you're around. The people, whatever you're listening to, taking in by TV, by radio, by songs, the sad songs, they don't do you any good either. And they repeat in your head all the sad words, and your subconscious doesn't know any different. It picks it up and says, oh, well, she's repeating it. She must want it in her life. You're repeating it over and over and over in your head. You must want it in your life, and so law of attraction brings you more. It says, here then, here, have some more, have some more, have some more. Love you guys. Had to get this out there. I knew I had to come up with a vision, and I've had a vision of helping people. Just didn't really know how. I've been making these videos. I didn't know how it was going to come about. But made a decision. I'm going to service 1 million people. We'll take it from there. And Source, the God of my understanding, will bring you to me. Those of a matching frequency will be brought to my channel, to me. They will run across me in my life. They will come across my path. And I, and you, and we all will be lights unto the world, for that is what we are, those who are awake. We are lights unto the world. We shine in dark places. Everywhere we go, we shine. We bring love, peace, unity, joy, happiness, understanding, compassion to all the places where it's dark and there's hate and judgment and war and separation and social distancing and disease. We will bring health. We will bring the love vaccine to the pandemic of fear that has been taking over our planet for so long. You know, I stopped watching the news and television almost over 30 years ago. Everybody thought I was weird then. Everybody thought I was so weird when I got rid of my TV. They thought it was so weird that I wouldn't watch commercials. They made me ill. I could not listen to them. People just couldn't believe I was so adamant. I look back now and I think, if I hadn't turned off the TV, would I be awake now? What, awake? What are you talking about, Marianne? I'm awake. The Bible talks about veils. Veils being lifted. Well, they are being lifted for a lot of people right now. To those who refuse to hear the truth, well, no, they can't be lifted to you because you refuse to listen to anybody. Because you already have all the answers. And that's one thing I know for sure. I do not have all the answers. I am not the definitive truth on anything. I say do your own research. But if anything that I say rings true at all, you owe it to yourself and your family and your kids and anybody that you love, your dog, to do the research and find out for yourself what the truth is. I'm telling you, you've been lied to. New Earth is on the rise. This is the age of Aquarius. Everything is changing. All the old paradigms, all the old institutions are crumbling. Thank God. Who liked working as much as we do in jobs that we can't stand? Who wants to hang on to that old world? Who? The warring world. The new earth is not going to be like this. Choose peace, choose unity, choose love, choose joy, vibrate with joy, love, happiness, unity. Now. You can't wait for it to be that way. You have to choose it now in the face of all the adversity. That is the test. That is the test of faith. That you will be able to choose love. Have faith that it's going to reign supreme. And again, be careful if you're choosing not to do the research regarding COVID. Certificate of vaccine ID. If you're refusing to do the research on it, I caution you, especially if you have children, to beware of that vaccine. There are many who are not going to live through it. Please do not be one that came to this channel and threw away the information and took the vaccine and died. Do not be one of them. Don't let your family members be one of them. Especially if you're the head of the household. Do the research. Do the research. Ralph Smart has a great video about the shift, I believe it's called. And he has a clip from a European doctor who is telling the Europeans all about it. But he's not the only one. I can just see my friends' eyes rolling now. And because they're still listening to the mainstream media, the programmed media from the television in the U.S., the most uninformed country on the planet. Freaking imagine that. Can you imagine that? Isn't that crazy? That Americans are the most asleep. You are my brothers and sisters. Our Father who art in heaven. Wake up. Wake up and do the research. See for yourself. Know for yourself. Tune in. Meditate. When the momentum in the wrong direction is bringing you, when you got up angry for whatever reason, something happened, and then you found as the day went on how shit just kept going wrong. You know how that happens. That's law of attraction, okay? And when you wake up and you feel great and you love everybody, because you have to love everybody and you have to forgive everybody. And no, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to listen to me. You can just leave now. But if you want a better life, and if you want to shift with New Earth, and if you want things to be different, if you want heaven on earth like was planned, like we came for, that's what we came for. We didn't come for this warring planet. But we did come to help this planet shift. You are one of the awakened ones. And there will be a big awakening. Let's not forget about the big reveal. Whatever the big reveal is going to be, the big incident that's going to happen with the government, at just the perfect time for them, that they're going to tell you something that's either going to put you in fear so that they can save you. And just remember, whenever they say they're going to make you safe, it is another form of control. And has been for a very, very, very long time. They create the chaos and the problem, and then after they've stepped on your neck long enough, then they come in with the solution and you go, oh, thank you. Oh, come on, wake up. They've just been doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for millennia. Wake up. I understand why the grandparents and parents they can't break away from the television. They've been watching it for too long. They are programmed without a doubt. Even if they don't trust them, they still have it on all day, programming them. Your subconscious takes all that and they sleep with it. Don't ever sleep with the television on. Oh my God, there's tons of videos on the subliminals in television. And God, I would be very surprised if there was anything on mainstream television, channel 2 through 13, that isn't completely filled with subliminal messages telling you to conform, to consume, to obey the government. It was saying that in the 60s. You think it's less now? Of course not. It's more now. It's saturated now. Do the research. I mean, that one's a simple one. There's quite a few people who have picked apart just the national anthem from the 60s. Remember that used to play when the television used to go off? When television used to go off at night, right? Remember that? And it played the national anthem. It has subliminals all through it. All they had to do was slow it down. And there's other people who have done it with cartoons and stuff. Go look it up. Look up the one with the shows that your kids watch. Look up the ones with the shows that you watch. If you haven't done this already, you owe it to yourself to wake up at least there. At least wake up to see that the television has totally been programming you your whole life. To obey the government. To not question authority. To not ask questions. Honey, you have to be free in your mind enough to ask questions still. Because there's a lot to be answered to. And there's a lot that we've been taught wrong. As a matter of fact, as soon as shit starts changing and free energy comes about, I mean, they are going to have to rewrite every history book. I hope that all these lies that my child got taught, that I got taught, that numbed my brain into complete freaking boredom and conformity and normalness, taking away all our specialness, taking away all the arts out of the schools. I mean, Just look. It's so obvious. You know, look at our food. Our food isn't even food anymore. The fresh food is is GMO. And the rest of it comes in a box. It isn't even real. Your body doesn't even recognize that shit as food. They want you as unhealthy and low vibrating as possible. So if you're full of sugar and caffeine and crappy shit that isn't food, you are vibrating low. Then add fear onto that. Then add poverty onto that, because God's people are not povertous. It is an abundant land. There is plenty of everything for everybody, water included. I'm traveling all over the country right now, and there is no lack of anything except people aware of the truth. But it's kind of hard when everybody's working for corporations and stuff that make them wear masks and perpetuate the lies. The pandemic was created. And on the warring planet, on the old earth, there will be more. And on the new earth, there will be none. Because none of us are going to be vibrating in that fear and lie mentality. You can't raise your vibration and be believing all the lies. You have to be seeking the truth. You have to care about the truth. You can't just write everybody off as crazy. I mean, when the whole planet is awakening, how can you? Don't shoot the messenger. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Go take the golden nuggets and run with them, because they will save your life. And you will never be sorry that you did. You will only be sorry that you wrote me off so quickly, and that you shut me out completely just because you knew me. I love you all. There's a chance for everybody to wake up. And there's a chance to help somebody, for everybody. Because we are not just here for ourselves. We are here with a purpose, a strong purpose. Find out what it is. Find out what your purpose is and get into it. We are awakening. The veils are being lifted for so many. I've had so many veils lifted. It's not just one. It's not the veil. It's veil after veil after veil after veil. And each truth that you accept, once integrated, allows for another truth to come in. Another door to open, and another lie and shut door behind you. I love you all. Watch your vibration. Watch your vibration. You attract what you are. Boomerang. Send out hate, you'll get hate back. Send out love. Oneness. Let's create a world of peace. Let's all do this together.